followership, it's not an F word. It's okay to say it. It's appropriate. In every great partnership, every great team, leadership and followership are dynamic roles. One moment you're leading, the next you're following. How do you know who should be taking the lead? Well, sometimes leadership is appointed. Sometimes it's anointed. In sports, it's who has the ball or the puck. In collaborations, it's often whose creative idea or inspiration you're working on.
Followership is always one of the top 3 reasons that executives derail. And in fact, derailment happens to about between, depending on what numbers you look at, 40 to 50% of newly hired executives within the first 2 years. So you can see the incredible impact that this has. In one place in particular, at the Bank of America, they estimated that one executive derailment, just one, was costing them $2.2 million. That was the average amount that they were spending on executive derailment when it happened. So they introduced probably the most comprehensive onboarding process that we've ever seen. It was an 18-month plan and test program where during the 18 months they received extensive mentoring, training, coaching, feedback, all run through HR, plus they were offered a professional coach. And this program had the net effect of reducing that $2.2 million by $750,000 per executive that they hired. Incredibly successful. But at the end of it, they threw in a test. And this test was to determine whether or not they were actually a keeper. And as you'll see in a minute, this test was in fact a hidden followership test, which makes it super interesting to us. Because here's what they did. At the 18-month mark, HR organized feedback sessions with the executives' peers, with their staff, and with their key stakeholders. In fact, everybody around them except for one person, their boss. And if the executive didn't realize that they needed to take the initiative to make that connection with the boss, that they understood their followership role and take some accountability for it, then that was the sign that regardless of what else the feedback was that they had, they'd essentially failed the test.